Hello good people, my name is Tatenda, Chiwanga and the nearest border. So today is going to be a continuation from the Steward Bank video that has got me famous for some reason. And today I'm going to be giving you my position, where I'm coming from. So firstly, I'm not downplaying anyone or saying it's not a good idea to get the mortgages, but here's what I think, why I would not invest in such a project. So property in Zimbabwe at the moment is not at the greatest, because we've got properties in Zimbabwe that are not yielding any money to us or to me. So in my mind, this is the position I'm coming from. If I'm going to be buying a property right now using the mortgages, right, I'm not buying a property that I want to live in, because I've got places to live in. And I am buying a property to put on the market. It's either to rent it out as a single let or to multi-let it to many people. So looking at it that way, you realize that I'm not going to be able to actually get that much money, because I've been in property for some time. I know what property is like in Zimbabwe. So I feel like Zimbabweans, we're not taking advantage of the economies that we're living in at the moment, because if you're already in a foreign country, best believe it that country's economy is way better than Zimbabwe's economy at the moment. You don't need to be emotional about that decision. The numbers do not lie, and that's just what it is. So if you're going to be paying the same amount per month, right, the same US dollars or pounds that you were going to be paying, like you could be paying here in the UK or in the USA, and paying it to a mortgage in Zimbabwe, then, and yet you're not yielding anything, then to me that does not make sense at all. Because if I'm going to be paying a mortgage here, I'm going to be getting rentals, so I've got a cash flow every single month, so I can double my money every month while I'm paying for the mortgage, buying the property. That's equity that I'm getting for me, and this property is gaining value, right? So after 10 years, it's probably gained 20-30%, and I can sell it. But at the moment in Zimbabwe, even after 5 years, I do not have a proper guarantee that I'll be able to sell the property for US dollars, or I'm just going to be selling it to someone else who's going to be paying in bond notes or transfer, because the economy is not yet stable. So this is the position I'm coming from. So I feel like if you're in the UK, if you're in the USA, if you're in SA, South Africa, take advantage of that economy. I know a lot of people might say, well, I don't qualify for a mortgage, but there are ways around it. Trust me, if you do your research, there are ways around it, and you could be taking advantage of that economy. And a lot of people right now might be saying, well, Simbodi, I would invest in Zimbabwe. Why don't, he's a hypocrite. No, I'm not a hypocrite. If you've been following me on this channel, you know that I love mining. I love anything to do with minerals. The reason why I support that is because at the moment, if you're a miner, or if you're buying and selling gold, if you sell it to Fidelity, you are getting 80% US dollars, proper money. And you can bank that with a Steward Bank foreign account, where you can buy stuff from outside Zimbabwe. You can send people money. It's better that way than to invest in a business that you're not going to be getting proper currency. It's just the way I think. Don't be emotional, just do your analysis, and you realize that it's better to get proper money than, I don't know, it's just how I think. But I'd love to hear what you think. What would you do in that situation? And are Zimbabweans taking advantage of the economies they are in at the moment? I've got friends, Indians. My goodness, these guys buy property, and downtown here, where my India, nima Arab that own downtown. Together, Wamtari is the same thing. If you go to South Africa, it's the same thing. These people own real estate. If you go to London, it's the same thing. Wherever you go, Asians are taking over the real estate. So I feel like as Zimbabweans, we really need to think about this. Wherever you are, whatever country you are in, take advantage of the economy. And am I saying do not buy property in Zimbabwe? No, but there are other ways of buying property in Zimbabwe. I'd rather buy a property from money that I'm getting out of a cash flow of a property that I've got here than me killing two birds with one stone. I don't know, that's just how I think. And until next time, see you again.